1906. I have spent the rest of my life since 1910 in Whitman County in eastern Washington. My life has been very difficult in my earlier days due to the fact that we were very poor people. I was 16 years old before I saw my first show. I went barefooted from time early in the spring until in the fall. One fall I went to school barefooted when the frost was on the ground. It took me 10 years to get through the grade school due to the fact that I had to spend so much of my time helping my dad farm.
I became a school teacher in 1931 at $100 a month. In 1942, I decided to go into farming. With no money, no outfit, a sick wife, and 2 children, I rented 800 acres of land.
I went to all the merchants and I said, I've got a chance to rent 800 acres. How much credit can you let me have? And every one of the merchants says, buy anything in this store and pay for it whenever you can. The first year I farmed, my winter wheat froze out, and I had to reseed in the spring. And I look back now and how it scared me to think I could have gone broke the first year I farmed. But the Lord was with me, and in 1943 I got a bumper crop of 42 bushel to the acre. That was before fertilizer days, and that was a magnificent crop at that time. I was able to pay the bank off that first fall and had a little bit of money left over to operate on. And it was 365 days and at least 18 hours a day, sometimes 20 hours a day, that I'd have to work.
As the years went by, I was able to pick up an additional piece of ground here and there. Today, we own and farm over 20,000 acres scattered over half the county.
My oldest boy, Clinton, handles the purchasing and control mostly of the cattle, and he also helps with the farming operation and also assists with the bookkeeping and the general farming operation. My second boy, Gordon, is the mechanical part of the organization. He handles all the equipment, the maintenance, and the purchasing and the control of the equipment which we use.
I have 6 grandchildren ranging in age from 14 to 22 years old.
We have a large machinery operation. We run 10 Alice Chalmers gleaner combine. We have 9 crawler tractors. We have about 50 trucks total. We have semis. We have our own hauling semis for hauling our grain. And that we try to do everything self-service as much as we can. We do everything within our own shop as much as possible. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to keep all this equipment running and in proper order. Our storage tanks for our fuels, we have it in quantity sizes of 10,000 gallon tanks. We have a total of around 50,000 gallons of storage facility that we keep our diesel and our gas here. We bring in truckload lots. It's a cheaper operation by getting it in large quantities. Our equipment will run in the neighborhood of $800,000 total valuation that we have to turn in. So it takes a tremendous amount of knowledge of where that equipment is and how to maintain it and how to repair it and how to keep it in running order.
Hometown cowboy, that's there for Bob and Dillon. Right him out.
Less than 4% of the American population is now involved in agriculture. The average farmer is 65 years old. A young man can't just start from scratch like I did anymore. The capital investment is just too great. Some of the farms have been in the family since the land was homesteaded in the last century.
I started back in 1942 without a penny, and I've come up to the point where I'm now. Now you've got to either inherit it or marry it, or in some way or fashion. And I'm so tickled to death today that I can help my grandchildren get started in the farming game if they so desire and if that's their wish. $60,000 invested in a single combine, and it sits idle for 10 and a half months a year. Okay, now it's going to be out here. It's off to the valley. About 50 days of actual running time it takes us to complete our harvest. It used to take us around 100 days with the older type equipment because of the slowness. The amount of grain that went through in a day was only about half of what it will do today.
We harvest from sunup to sundown, 7 days a week. Whitman County produces more wheat per acre than any other area in the world. The county averages 50 to 60 bushels per acre. We have no control over the price of wheat. Unless you have the best of efficiency and your production is up, you can't farm. Your costs are too great. In dry land wheat farming, that means no irrigation, the farmer is at the mercy of the elements. He is always facing catastrophe. He can be froze out, rained out, or droughted out. He can lose it all in one season, and he faces it every season.
I want to be buried in the St. John Cemetery. My folks are there. I love the people of the St. John community, and that's where I want to be buried. I have 2 lots right now that I own. They're clear. Nobody has a mortgage on them. I have my own tombstone, and it took me 6 months to buy that tombstone. It is Colorado Rose. I have designed it myself. We have the dates on there when we were born, but when we go, that's the only things left. All my funeral arrangements are made I have a Purple Cross, and that's an insurance policy. That is, all my funeral expenses are paid. My 6 grandsons are to be the pallbearers in my life. I have everything that is all arranged for the minister. I have all my songs that are ready, and in case I should die.